Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today is Thursday, an absolutely beautiful day to dive headfirst into the pure, unadulterated madness of Genoa City, and honestly, I am so ready to unpack all this juicy drama with you guys right now. Oh my god, I'm screaming. I literally cannot even deal right now. Okay, but listen. You have to listen to me because I just watched the most insane sequence of events and my heart is actually still pounding out of my chest. Like, I was sitting on my couch, eating my dinner literally just trying to enjoy a quiet bowl of pasta and I actually choked. I had to pause the TV and text my best friend immediately because the stress this show is putting me through is actually unhinged. I am so emotionally invested in these people it's not even funny anymore. I was yelling at my screen. Yelling. Because if you have been following the absolute nightmare that is Billy Abbott and Sally Spector's life right now, you know that the stakes are literally life and death at this point. Well, maybe not death, but prison, which is basically death for a rich Abbott. Oh wait, before that happened, actually, let me just set the scene because I forgot to mention earlier just how much pressure Sally is under. Okay, so we all know Victor Newman is a literal menace to society, right? He used that insane AI program to generate flawless fake criminal evidence to frame Billy for the Newman media scandal. And Sally, poor, pregnant, already stressed out, Sally found the confidential file and overheard the conversations about it. She knows Billy is facing imminent criminal prosecution. The police literally summoned him. So Sally is walking around Genoa City carrying the weight of the actual world on her shoulders, terrified that the father of her unborn baby is going to be locked in a cage when she gives birth. She is stressed, she is paranoid, and honestly, she has every single right to be. So, keeping all of that in mind, we get to this scene. Sally and Billy are together, and Billy is acting so sketchy. I mean, actually acting like a guilty teenager who just broke a window. He's looking at his phone typing furiously, and the second Sally walks into the room or looks in his direction, he hides it. He literally shoves his phone away. I was like are you serious right now, Billy? At this point, I am yelling at my screen. Why would he do that? Does he not realize that his pregnant fiancée is currently living in a state of constant terror, that he's secretly talking to his lawyers, or the police, or making some shady back-alley deal to avoid prison? Sally's eyes are darting around, and you can literally see the panic setting into her bones. She is terrified that Billy is hiding something massive about his potential arrest. And don't even get me started on Billy's track record. I mean, honestly, Billy Abbott is the king of making terrible, impulsive decisions when his back is against the wall. He has a history of keeping secrets to protect the people he loves, which always blows up in his face. So Sally is sitting there, her mind racing a million miles an hour, thinking that Billy is secretly packing his bags to go on the run. Or that he just got a text from the DA saying they are issuing a warrant. I was literally biting my nails down to the quick. I was so mad at him, I swear. Sometimes Billy needs to get it together, I swear. The tension in the room is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Sally is trying to keep her cool, but you know Sally. She is fiery, she is fierce, and she does not sit around waiting for the other shoe to drop. She finally snaps. She demands to know what he is hiding. She's probably thinking, this is it. This is the moment he tells me he's going to a maximum security prison for a crime Victor Newman framed him for. She pushes him, demanding to see the phone, demanding to know what secret he is keeping from her while they are supposed to be a united front facing this legal nightmare. My jaw dropped. I was holding my breath, waiting for the devastating news. But then, oh my god, I am actually dead. I can't breathe. Billy looks at her, looking like a deer caught in the headlights, and he completely caves. He confesses. But he doesn't confess to talking to a defense attorney or a bail bondsman. No, he confesses that he has been secretly contacting Pietro. Yes, Pietro, the wedding planner. I literally threw my hands in the air. I was so shocked but also so incredibly relieved that I started laughing like a maniac in my living room. Billy Abbott, in the middle of a literal criminal investigation that could ruin his entire life, is secretly texting a luxury wedding planner to surprise Sally. The audacity, the absolute, unhinged romance of it all. I can't even. Let's talk about Pietro for a second because I am actually obsessed with the idea of this insane wedding planner. Like, who does Pietro think he is? This is Billy Abbott. He is an abbot. You don't just put an abbot on a waiting list. I was honestly so offended on Billy's behalf. I mean, I know Pietro probably plans weddings for European royalty or whatever, but come on. I was sitting there thinking about all the other weddings in Genoa City history and how they always end in absolute disaster anyway. Like, maybe it's a blessing in disguise that Pietro is booked. If Pietro planned it, someone would probably crash a helicopter into the reception or something. DOI is safer. Actually, no it's not. Who am I kidding? Nothing is safe in this town. But still, the fact that Billy was trying to pull off this massive, elite surprise just shows how much he wants to make up for all the chaos he has dragged Sally into. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, Billy was trying to plan a massive surprise for Sally to take her mind off the absolute hellscape that is their current reality. He wanted to give her something beautiful to look forward to. He was hiding his phone because he was trying to lock down Pietro, who is apparently the most exclusive, impossible to book wedding planner in the entire state. I mean, spending time describing Pietro is probably irrelevant, but you just know this guy plans weddings with imported swans and gold leaf champagne towers, and Billy wanted that for Sally. He wanted to give her the fairy tale she deserves after all the trauma she has been through, especially after losing baby Eva in the past. He wants to prove he is in this forever. And let's really unpack Sally's mindset here, because we cannot ignore her history. Sally has been through absolute hell and back. Do you guys remember when she lost baby Eva? I am literally still traumatized by that storyline. It broke her into a million pieces. So now, here she is, pregnant again, and the universe is just throwing lightning bolts at her. She is trying to protect this new little life growing inside her, and the stress of Victor Newman's vendetta is a literal toxic cloud. When she saw Billy hiding that phone, her brain didn't just go to, oh, he's planning a surprise. Her brain went into full survival mode. She thought, he's going to prison, I am going to be a single mother, and the Abbotts are going to be destroyed. I feel so deeply for her. She needs a win. She actually, desperately needs a win. But of course, because this is Genoa City and nothing can ever just be easy, there is a massive catch. Pietro is booked solid. Like, he has a waiting list that is miles long. Billy confesses that he couldn't actually secure Pietro for any time in the near future because the guy is just too in demand. So, Billy's grand, romantic surprise kind of hit a brick wall. At this point, I am just staring at my TV with the biggest, goofiest smile on my face because Sally's reaction is absolutely priceless. She goes from being utterly terrified that her fiancé is going to jail, to realizing he's just a massive romantic dork who is bad at hiding his wedding planning efforts. The relief washing over her face was actually palpable. I felt it in my own soul, honestly. So they are sitting there, processing this hilarious and sweet failure of a surprise, and they make a decision, a massive decision. Since Pietro is unavailable, and they literally cannot wait years to get married, Sally and Billy decide that they are just going to plan the ceremony themselves. I'm screaming. Die wedding planning for Billy and Sally, but don't get it twisted. They are not planning some casual backyard barbecue. Oh no, they decide right then and there that their wedding is going to be incredibly lavish. It is going to be over the top, luxurious, and everything they have ever dreamed of, even if they have to pick out the floral arrangements and the catering menus themselves. I am so here for this. They need this joy so much right now. I also just have to laugh at the logistics of them planning a lavish wedding themselves. Sally is a designer. Okay, she is a fashion icon. She is going to micromanage every single detail of this wedding. Billy thinks he's going to help, but let's be real. Sally is going to take over. She is going to be up at 3 a.m. looking at fabric swatches for the tablecloths and obsessing over the exact shade of autumn orange for the floral arrangements. And she is going to do all of this while dealing with pregnancy hormones. Billy is in for a wild ride. But you know what? He deserves it. He needs to be put to work. I want to see Billy Abbott tasting cake samples and stressing out over seating charts. It is the comedic relief we desperately need right now amidst all the AI framing and prison threats. And then, which is insane by the way, they start talking about the timeline. Sally doesn't want to wait until after the baby is born. She wants to do this now. She wants to walk down the aisle with her baby bump, celebrating their love and their growing family all at once. She is going to be a pregnant bride and she is going to look absolutely iconic. I can already picture the dress, honestly. It's going to be form-fitting, elegant, maybe some lace, definitely a dramatic train. Anyway, where was I? Right, so they are throwing out dates, and Sally suggests October. October, a lavish, luxurious, pregnant autumn wedding. The aesthetic is going to be actually everything. Also, can we talk about the October timeline? October is literally the perfect month for a Genoa City wedding. The foliage, the crisp air, the dramatic lighting for when someone inevitably interrupts the ceremony to reveal a shocking secret. Because let's be real, someone is going to object. Is it going to be Adam? Oh my God, wait. What if Adam finds out about the wedding and loses his mind? Adam and Sally have so much history, and even though he is dealing with all that insane Las Vegas drama with Matt Clark right now, you just know he is going to have feelings about Sally marrying Billy. I'm calling it right now. Adam is going to show up to that October wedding looking broody and handsome, and cause a scene. I will actually pass out if that happens. Billy's reaction to her suggesting October was so pure I actually teared up. He was so thrilled. You could literally see the joy radiating out of him. He was just so happy to finally lock in a wedding month. It made everything feel so real for them. Despite the dark cloud of Victor's frame-up hanging over his head, despite the police summons, despite the very real threat of prison, Billy is choosing to focus on the light. He is choosing Sally, and he is choosing their future. They are both so incredibly eager and excited to start planning all the little details together. It's like, for a brief moment, the rest of the world and all its toxic drama just faded away, and it was just the two of them building their dream. And don't even get me started on Victor Newman. Why is he like this? He generated fake evidence to frame Billy just to get back at his enemies. It is unhinged behavior. Victor sits in that ranch playing God with people's lives, and he doesn't care that he is actively torturing a pregnant woman. I was literally screaming at my TV yesterday about Victor. He needs to be stopped. So when Billy is sitting there, facing the wrath of the mustache, the fact that his priority is making Sally smile, it's actually kind of beautiful. I know Billy gets a lot of hate, and I have definitely been a Billy hater in the past, but in this moment, he is kind of serving ultimate fiancé energy. But honestly, I'm calling it now. This is going to end badly. Mark my words. You cannot have a happy, lavish October wedding in Genoa City without someone trying to ruin it. I am literally terrified that Victor Newman is going to find out about this wedding and use it as the perfect opportunity to drop the final hammer on Billy. Imagine the police crashing an October wedding. Not okay. I'm done. I can't even think about it because it stresses me out too much. But for now, I am just going to bask in the cuteness of Billy hiding his phone to talk to a wedding planner. Seriously, I have to give Billy some credit here. He is trying so hard to be the man Sally needs. And Sally needs to get it together too and stop assuming the worst, even though, yeah, I totally get why she did. The trauma is real. But seeing them pivot from a near panic attack to excitedly planning a lavish October wedding while she is pregnant is exactly the kind of emotional roller coaster I signed up for when I started watching this show. It is so dramatic, but so beautiful. I am literally counting down the days until October now. I just hope Billy isn't planning this wedding from a jail cell. Okay, I need to go calm down and drink some water because my heart rate is way too high. The audacity of this show to play with my emotions like this.